Good evening, everyone. GM, everyone. GM, everyone. I'm Okikiola, and welcome to today's edition of Project Spotlights. And you know what we do here? We talk to the builders who are building the future and the present. They are building the technology we are using today and the technology we are going to use tomorrow. It's great to have you all here. Thank you for joining us. I'm Okikiola, and with me today I have Okoli Evans. Okoli Evans is the co-founder of KharonLabs. And okay, as usual, I'll let him do his own introduction before we start and get it off with. Hello, Evans.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Right. So my name is Okoli Evans. So I'm a co-founder of Caron Labs, the parent company of KharonPay that we are going to be talking about today. So yeah, nice to be here today with you guys.
Great, great, great. So, in these discussions, I like to start with the why. Almost every call I've had with everyone, I like to start with the why because you are building something. I want to know why are you. Tell us about what you are building and why you are building it. What's the pain point you're trying to fix? Talk us through it.
All right. So to start with, KharonPay is an off-ramp and on-ramp service. So it's basically, in the layman's understanding, is how to send money, your crypto to your bank within seconds or thereabout. So while we are building it, we found out that, I mean, you know, we have many, you have many protocols, and we have on Stacknet, there's, I won't say shortage, but in Africa here, maybe in other places they have, but in Africa here, we don't have much option when it comes to off-ramping services. So I know I can only remember one, maybe one or so. But then found out that users that want to maybe send their crypto to their bank, they have to jump through bridges. So bridge from Stacknet to BNB chain or bridge from Stacknet to Ethereum or Base before you can now start using an off-ramp service because they have them. So I have been, is what I have experienced and what my other colleagues have also experienced. So that's why we come up with this. So we are not just building for ourselves. We feel that, okay, this is what people are facing. So why not just build something that at least make it easy for us and easy for the people, broader public too. Yeah, so that's why we are building KharonPay. So yeah, it will also bring liquidity to Stacknet kind of. But the major point is the issue we are facing down here in Nigeria and Africa. Yeah, aside from the issue on the blockchain, we also have the issue of remittance in Africa, which is a big problem. So I know, yeah, we now have off-ramp services and other exchanges coming up to do P2P, but still I had this experience a few months ago. I wanted to send money from Nigeria to East Africa here. So discovered that I had to use Western Union. You can imagine to send money from Nigeria. None of the international cards from cheaper to all those wise, none of them could work. I have to send money, pay almost 50% fee. So I was sending $30. I had to pay, I think, $62 or thereabout just to send $30 from Nigeria to East Africa here. It doesn't make sense. So, blockchain solves all these problems and more. So, yeah, also looking at that angle when we are, working on KharonPay. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's great. That's great. You are talking from your own experience. This is a pain point. This is a pain you have felt yourself, and you are building
Exactly.
something that combats it. That's
Yes.
a good one. That's a good one. Okay, let's talk about how a typical transaction goes on Caron Pay. What is it like? Like from the perspective of a user, if I were to be using KharonPay today, what's it going to look like to me? What's my experience going to be like?
Actually, we are building we are building KharonPay to at least I know I've used I'm a blockchain developer for years
Yes.
now. So I've been using apps, websites that do all these things. And we know that these are the issues, the UX issues we have, like user experience issues we have. So it won't make sense for us to be building, say we are building this and we still, import the same issue to the solution. It doesn't make sense. So what we are building is, can we call it one click? Like once you're signing, the next button can take you off. Like once you maybe okay, there are a few on your first sign on, there are a few processes to pass through because we have to get you signed on. Just enter your email address, get OTP, then verify your OTP. Yeah, the next stage is where you do just is it KYC because of the AML money laundering stuff. So you have to do KYC. Is that's regulation. So after KYC, you just how much they want to from. Although you have to fund your wallet because we are using account abstraction, you don't need to connect any wallet. So you just send some token to your wallet, then enter the bank account detail. Like the basic things you need to do because these things you have to do it by yourself. But every other thing, once you finish with the bank account details, you just hit swap. I wish I can show you. You just hit swap, and then relax for some few seconds, maybe 15, 20 seconds, and the whole process is done.
Yes, it's possible. I think I'd like to see that if you're comfortable with sharing your screen,
I don't know if the server is
or you
still
can set that up. Okay, don't worry then. But it's good. I think we have a basic idea of what it's like. We have a basic idea of what it's like. That's a good one. Okay.
Yeah, probably when I am going to do a video soon, when I do the demo, I just tag Stacknet Africa so we can
Okay, great,
yes on
great,
Twitter.
great,
Yeah.
great, great. We'll look forward to that. We'll look forward to that. Okay, so what's has it been like building a solution that's Stacknet related, like on the on chain and everything? What has it been like? What would I say challenges did you encounter? I'm sure you encountered challenges. What were they like? How did you solve them? Talk us through it.
Okay, yeah. So it's like blazing a trail. So we haven't had anyone that built this or something similar on Stacknet. On other chains, you have aggregators that you can just use, maybe something like Packrest, Block Radar, Store, and all the other ones that you can just plug in and use. I don't know if this is allowed to be mentioning brand names on the call. So I'm sorry about that.
Mm.
But then,
Yeah, it's all right.
yeah, you have all these aggregators or infrastructure you can easily plug in to use, but we don't
Yeah.
have them on Stacknet. So yeah, we have to build our server from the ground up. That's why the thing is taking us too long. You have to build our indexer. Like you have to like build our own index and then plug with API bar. Then you have to also like many things. You have to find to even get a payment settlement system in Nigeria is another problem. So all those things took time. Yeah, that's then we are also facing challenges of multiple upgrades that StackNet. Like every month or two, they do another upgrade. It will now break what we have. You have you have to go back and start, navigating the whole issue again and start to set up. But then I'm happy to say that at least was it yesterday we had a demo, like complete demo for the first time. So we took the process from a novice user to the like completed off ramp. So the whole stuff is running now. So we can boldly say, okay, we are close to maybe going live. Yeah.
Great. Great. Okay. When you were talking earlier, you mentioned how you had to like pay huge fees to move money from Nigeria to East Africa. What's the fees? What's the expected fee going to be like on KharonPay? What fees should users be looking forward to?
Nah, actually, users are not. We are making this as seamless as Web two experience. Stacknet is all about seamless user experience. So we don't want to like start bothering our users. Okay, we have to maybe pay 0.5 stack or this. For now, it's totally free, and then we are also implementing Paymaster. So even the transactions you are doing, totally free. So
Okay.
if we are going to implement fee system, it's going to be later. At least for the first users that believe in us, it's going to be free for now.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Great. That's great. That's great. That's great. I was bothered about that because some people would tend to say, okay, they're solving a solution, and yes, they build something that ought to solve that solution, but then they also put a stumbling block in it for
Yeah,
people. So
I
I can
understand.
understand that. Let's talk scalability.
Okay.
What's the volume of transaction going to be like the amount of transaction KharonPay can handle on an average day? What's the expected number?
I'm going to be honest with you. We have not done any stress testing on the servers, but then we have, because also from day one we have this in mind. So we have a very good engineer working with us. So from day one, he has been also always been hammering on how to scale this thing from day one. So we have two servers running. We have one for user management. We have one for payment. So anybody that is coming to maybe sign on, you have different server working for that. Then if you are talking about payment now, we have another server. And then each of these servers have uh, like at least eight threads, like eight workers working under them. So they can easily balance the load among eight of them. So, and we are talking about something within seconds. So I think maybe you can handle, don't know, but you have to see. But I'm sure I believe in what we have, that it can handle load like at least to a sizable amount before I start talking about lagging.
Okay, that's great. Earlier on, you spoke about KYC. You spoke about
Yes.
KYC and how you're trying to prevent some money laundering issues and everything. How can you like talk us through more of this? How you're working on probably detecting and preventing fraud or current pay being used for all these sorts of issues? Can you talk us through that?
Sorry about that. Please come again with the question.
Okay, I said I'm talking about. You spoke about one needing to do KYC
Yeah.
before joining the platform and everything. Uh, how exactly? I think talk us through how you are preventing fraud and like because for a system like KharonPay, it can be used to do a lot. So like, how are you preventing fraud? I think other than the KYC system, what's your fraud detection and prevention system like?
We are still designing though, but then yeah, we have at least there's a volume of trade that for a first time user, if you do this volume, they are recorded. So we
Yeah.
store them. We are not saying that okay, it's just like the same thing the financial commissions are doing. So you have a kind of amount that someone will process. We are not going to like start going after them or anything, but you have to just store this transaction for reference purpose. So that's basically the only thing we do for now. And then if the other ones are just security, and I call it precautions. So when you have someone logging in from an IP from another place altogether, that is not maybe I used to log in from Nigeria, or all of a sudden I start logging in from UK or maybe North Korea, something is wrong. You have to at least note down the transaction and the login time and everything. So that when maybe a user comes back and start telling us, see what happens, we can easily follow the transaction up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
aside the basic ML and the anti-money laundering stuff. Yeah.
okay. Uh, you are the one building. So I think sometimes a couple of friends have made a joke about how sometimes builders are all for building, and probably when it comes to the marketing aspect or the pushing to market aspect, they are. they are not really there, and sometimes they make lots of mistakes. So,
Yeah.
what would you say the approach is? How do you plan on pushing KharonPay to a wider audience? How do you plan on doing that? Can you walk us through your map for it?
Actually, we the marketing aspect of it is just what discussion we have, because all this that we have been it's been about building challenges, trying to solve issues. So the marketing aspect of it, we have had some few meetings about it, but then it's going to always come back to the community. Yeah, because we have Stacknet Africa, we have the Stacknet WPL, the WSPAC League. We have other people, KOLs on Stacknet, and the other content creators that we help. So we are strictly going to be starting with word of mouth, because nobody has that money to do push like marketing like that. So it's always coming back to the community, and I
No,
believe
you're doing the assignment. Something can always come in. Something can always come in. Some kind of grant or something,
yeah, we
maybe.
also trying to work with them on that, but we want to have a working system first before we start talking to them about grant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. So, who would you say you are building something? In fact, you are still building it. It's
Yeah.
you're not. It is not. So, who would you say your uh, users are? Your target audience? Who are they? Like, is it like average everyday users like you and I, or are you like looking for KharonPay to be like probably something more along the B2B line or something?
No, 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 no. What we are building is for everyday users. Anybody can use. Just we are targeting mostly crypto guys, non-crypto guys. Once you have any token on Stacknet, mostly outside Stacknet, you can bridge in, and then on Fram is that easy. It's not for business to business. So maybe that will come later, but for now we're building for everyday users.
Okay, great,
Yeah.
great. Okay, so let's talk time. Uh, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year, 3 years from now, what's KharonPay going to look like? What integrations are still coming in? What are the things coming? What are the things you're adding to it? Talk us through it.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I hope my co-founders will not drag me to court, but yeah, we have we have exciting features we are going to be uh, implementing on the protocol. First, I mentioned we are going to be adding paymaster. So first
Okay.
of all, we have paymaster that we are going to work on as soon as possible, because we want to have it before we even go live. Then we have WhatsApp off ramp on WhatsApp.
Okay.
So it's not just maybe website or app. You can easily use our WhatsApp app. I think at the moment we are already working on this. So you can easily use your WhatsApp, just in a few chats with the bot, you get your money in your bank. So there are other, we're also looking at how do I call it? Like, I don't know if you know about Alt 2.0, like signing in with Google, your social media and
Yeah.
your pass. Yeah,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
implementing an infrastructure like that, but then that won't be just for current pay. It will be like, you know, both the whole stacknet. You can just plug into your system, and don't need to maybe start looking for wallet to connect. You can just plug in the wallet system. Then your users can easily create an account or sign in using their Gmail, their you know phone number, anything at all. Passkeys, your fingerprint. So that's what, because we want to do it because of the issues we faced with the wallet system we are using currently. So it's not nice. You wake up today, this thing is working. The next day, everything is throwing error because they did an upgrade and they did not even inform anybody. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's
So
great. That's great.
that's the three I can remember now, but I'm sure there's a list of implementations we have to do, but I can't remember how.
Great. Great. What's the speed like on KharonPay? Because say, for example, let's use P2P, for example. If I were to be using P2P on an exchange, sometimes you'd see, oh, this person probably expects your money in 15 minutes, expects your money in 30 minutes or something. If I am using KharonPay, what's the speed like?
You're talking 15 to 45 seconds.
15 to 45 seconds. I
Yes.
send it, so I do it, I could drop it, go get a glass of water, and
I'm telling you, had it been I have my server running, I would have showed you how the thing works. So first of all, there's no the latency of going to sign your wallet and all the stuff is totally out of it. So that time is, you take it out of the equation. So we are now working with how fast is your network, how fast is your system capacity, all those ones. How fast is the protocol, like the stacknet, is it working at full capacity? Those are the variables we are working with. So you can have your transaction being sent from the wallet system direct to the protocol and back to indexer. You're talking about uh, eh, say 45 minutes, 45 seconds max.
that's great. That's great. That's great. Yeah. So in less than a minute, I run my transaction. I get my money in my bank account. That's a
It's
good
great.
one. It's a good
Yeah.
one. Okay. So let's talk success. What would
Okay.
you say? What would success for Caron Pay look like? What's it going to look like? That okay? This is what the point where you see yourself. This is the point where you'd see Caron Pay, and you'd say this project has been successful. Talk us through it.
That's tricky. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Mm, I'm not. I'm not. I'm being tempted to place it on maybe 1 million or 2 million transactions, but I'm trying. But then, if we can get, like, when you have users coming back to your product, like, use this. Okay, this is good. Refer it to another person. Tell people about it. Come back to it. Like, be using it regularly. Then you know that at least you have built something that is like something worthwhile. So now you have something that users can trust, and then can easily refer people to. So now you are not doing the marketing. You are not pushing like with all your muscle and shouting at top of your voices. So you have people that are willing to do that for you. So I think that should be, at least for now, a level of success for KharonPay. So if users find it okay, wow, this is nice, this is easy to use. And by the way, anyway, we are going to do beta testing. We are going to need feedback from testers, users, so we can know how better to improve the system. But then I think if we can get, at least we have stagnant community, especially from Nigeria, which is, I know we are many. So if they can get behind this, use it, and then say, okay, wow, this is nice, and then refer people to it, I think that would mean a lot to us.
Okay, okay. So basically, when you want it to be something that self markets itself, that's what success would look like to you, where it
Eh,
starts self marketing itself, even without you putting in too much input. That's
yeah.
that's, that's great. All right. So we've got other people who are building on Starknet. We've got other people who
Yes.
are building on Starknet. And like you said, you encountered certain issues because something like this exactly had not been built on Starknet in the past. So, what would you say your advice is to these people moving forward? Like, what's your advice to them? People who also want to build things, whether there's something like it or there isn't something like it within the ecosystem.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if you're a builder, you know that this is a tough journey. So you can meet anything at any time. So if you are going to quit along the way, so why start in the first place? And then at the other side of it, Starknet has a very good dev support. Like the ecosystem is big on support. So I think if they face challenges, just go to the community and talk to them about it. I'm sure someone there must be someone that will be willing to help you out.
Okay,
So
great, great.
that's we experience the same, even though we have issues with sometimes with the indexer or the other side, but then the devs are always eager to help. So if you drop a message before you know it, they have responded with this, try this, okay, let's do it the other way. So I mean that is super helpful. So my advice to anybody, if you just build, if you have issues, ask people around. You have someone that will definitely help you out.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. I was going to ask a question earlier. I got it mixed up. When it comes to users, who are the people KharonPay is open to? Well, considering the fact that you probably have payment partners and everything, is it just Nigerians for now, or do you expect it to grow into like probably other countries, probably just something that's Afrocentric or like all encompassing?
Yeah, we are starting with Nigeria. So payment is tricky. Yeah, you have to navigate. Each country have their own regulations and things you need to put in consideration before you even start talking about trying to do financial technology in that country. So yeah, we are starting with Nigeria for now, but then as time goes on, at least we start with our neighboring countries, then East Africa, and then maybe beyond Africa, definitely. So, but now it's Nigeria for now. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. All right, all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Okoli Evans. It's been great having you here talking about Caron Pay, and I look forward to it. I like the fact that I get my money quickly compared rather than waiting for someone or having to call someone. Guy, Alpha, you never send my money or drop my money or so. It's
That's one of the
yeah,
challenges because B2B sometimes I have to wait for 30 minutes, the thing we can't finish, no payment. And imagine where you need money urgently or there's an emergency. So these
yeah.
things have to be considered. But then I'm sure you're going to like KharonPay. I
Yeah,
promise you that.
I'm sure I'm going to like. I already like what I'm hearing. I like what I'm hearing already. It's great. It's great having you. It's been great having you here. And thank you everyone for joining. We have come to the end of today's show. Do well to follow Starknet Africa. And once Caron Pay comes up, we'll be sure to put you guys on and push it out there. Thank you everyone for joining. We have come to the end of today's live program. Do have a good day, the rest of your day.
Thank you very much. I had